We are all set for our third and final amateur bout of the evening. It's going to be in the advanced amateur rules. Let's go to the tail of the tape.
We have Jonas Rubiano, age 30, 5'9", 135 pounds, and his record is 3-2. He is going against Edward Massey, age 21, 6 foot, 135 pounds, and a very, very busy fighter, 11-5.
Both guys are really game.
Our next event, fighting from the blue corner, he represents SSF Submission Academy, Ed Massey to the cage. Ed Massey.
Well, we know one thing for certain, Rich. When you have Jonas Rubiano on a show, he's going to stand up there and he's going to fight you. We've seen that firsthand. And it's nice to see him fighting another fellow who has a lot of experience with 11-5. I think this is going to be a really nice matchup for him in the progression of his career. Well trained at Stout's training facility, Team Renzo Gracie, as we talked about earlier, representing the Pittsburgh area. Great. Rich, what is your strategy if you're Massey going in and fighting Jonas Rubiano?
Well, he has the height advantage. My strategy would be to keep the distance and try to stay on the outside, because Rubiano he's a BJJ specialist. He's a blue belt. I think it'd be very dangerous for Edward Massey to go to the ground. I think he should use his height, maybe keep his distance with a long jab and a couple of leg kicks, maybe some push kicks and teeps here and there.
I think, and this isn't discrediting at all Jonas Rubiano. I like Jonas a lot, but the difference being he's going to fight someone taller for him, and this may be the first time. And he's always been very, very good at keeping guys at the end of his punches, and that lanky body up against the cage is very, very hard to take down. Now he's going to go almost against a mirror image, even a little bigger of that reflection when he fights Massey.
Yeah, this is a catch weight at 140 pounds, and who knows, Edward Massey could walk around at 160 pounds. We don't know. But he looks pretty tall and lanky and has very long legs. And now Jonas, he fights out of Renzo Gracie, Pittsburgh, in Stout training, and he trains with Mike Wilkins, who we know here, he's a BJJ specialist, and that's why I would be scared to go to the ground if I was Edward. I would want to keep it standing.
I like what Massey's doing with his young career. He's 11-5. He's had 16 amateur fights.
He fights for Stout Training, Pittsburgh, Team Renzo Gracie, Jonas Rubiano.
Jonas Rubiano, who they just hit the music for now, has had a lot of tough fights. He has had no favors in any fight that he has had. He's got a 3-2 record, but that is a legit tough 3-2 record. You and I, Rich, have had the ability and the opportunity to train with some of the guys that Rubiano has even fought. And these are some tough guys that he's beat. So he's compiled a record of 3-2, and now we're moving into the advanced amateur rule set, Rich. Maybe you can give the fans a little bit of an idea on the advanced rules.
Well, the advanced rules, it goes up to 3-minute rounds now. They don't have to wear shin guards. There's no shin protection. They're allowed to kick or elbow. Ground and pound is allowed, and as we know, it's 3-minute rounds. And this last two fights, they got in trouble for ground and pound and striking to the head on the ground. We're not going to see that here.
No, we're not. And hopefully, the last two fights, you know, they take a look at that and these guys realize, hey, I got to control myself more. That's emotions, you know, and that's sometimes what happens in a fight. Rubiano, when we say ground and pound in the advanced rules, you're allowed now to punch to the head. That's what we're saying by that. Now, you can't elbow your opponent to the head, Rich, can you?
No, you cannot.
Okay.
You cannot elbow or kick to the head as an amateur. You can only do it as a pro. And I had a chance to talk with Jonas. This is an important match to him. He's very family-oriented, and he's actually making this fight dedicated to his brother because his brother's dog passed away, and he feels horrible about it. And he's a real big part of #AllLivesMatter. I guess he had an altercation at a gas station with some people, and they're saying some kind of racial things to him. And he didn't do anything. As a fighter, you know how to respect people.
Yeah.
But now he's just, from that experience, he's all lives matter.
This fight is brought to you by Slice on Broadway, located in Beachview and Carnegie, opening a new
This
location
is our
soon.
amateur main event of the evening, and it's in the Gladiators of the Cage Bantamweight Advanced Amateur Division, calling for three-minute rounds. First, introducing out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 135 pounds. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, 21 years of age, with an 11-5 record. He's a striker from SSF Submission Academy. From Clarksville, Tennessee, Ed Ninja Massey. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 140 pounds. This is a catchweight fight, 5 feet 9 inches tall, 30 years of age, with a 3-2 record. He's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu expert. He's out of Stout Training, Pittsburgh. Team Hanzo Gracie from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Jonas Flip Mode Rubiano. Referee is Chip Snyder.
I've been looking forward to this fight, Rich, no doubt.
I agree. Whenever I read it on the card, of course, I'm going to do
Sir,
my
over here,
online
please.
research, and I watched both of the fighters, and I've seen Jonas
Okay, here we
firsthand,
go.
and
Sir,
I had a
you
chance
ready?
to watch
Sir,
Edward.
you ready?
He's
Come on,
a
let's
busy
fight.
fighter, and he's very active. As you see, he's coming right out.
Both are maturing as a fighter, a wealth of experience with 16 fights. Massey, this being his 17th fight, I really like the combination there of how he switched it up there and is now going to the kicks immediately after a nice combination.
Now he's keeping his hands up really well.
Well, look at Rubiano. He's doing the right thing. He's circling to his left. He's circling away of the power of that southpaw
There's a nice
Massey.
straight left.
But those straight lefts on those long arms, it seems Rubiano wants to try to close that distance. Rubiano reminds me of a Nate Diaz or a Nick Diaz, how he throws out his punches, tall and lean. Big guy for 170 pounds.
He is a big guy. Well, he's not 170 pounds, Chuck. This is a catchweight of 140.
I'm sorry, I'm at 140 pounds here. I'm
It's
looking at the
okay.
wrong
We
notes.
forgive you.
But yeah, a huge guy for 140 pounds.
And now Edward Massey fights out of Tennessee, which I'm not sure what the rules are in Tennessee. It could be different. They could be allowed kicks to the head. I'm not 100% sure. If anybody doesn't know, this is for the fans. Not all commissions are the same. Not all states are the same.
Yeah, well, a good exchange now, big flurry. Both guys really going at it. Rubiano looks to be pressing the action, and Massey seems to be timing everything. This feeling out round, and he keeps landing that solid straight left. He dives into that 1-2 punch.
He's doing a nice job of timing Jonas. And now, as you see, Jonas he's starting to circle to the power hand now.
And look how he's cutting off the cage of Rubiano. Rubiano recognizes it, but he's forced to circle to his right to get away from the cage, which is the power hand of Massey.
Yeah, and this, you know what, this could just come from experience. Edward Massey is very experienced, having as many fights as he has.
Yeah, Rubiano's throwing a lot of feints trying, but Massey again lands that overhand left. Very good job.
He seems like he has his head on, Massey has his head on pretty straight, and he's just trying, still feeling it out, and he's picking apart Jonas, and eventually it's just going to start hurting.
Great combination, and I love that lead kick throwing it last.
He's reading Jonas coming in with that straight right, and he's slipping to the right direction. He's sticking him with that left hand.
Landed it 2 more times, Rich. He's really pushing the action towards him.
If you were Jonas, what would you do at this moment? Would you be trying to take it to the ground and try to take advantage of your BJJ?
Well, you know what? The footwork of Massey is very, very good. I think I'm looking to cover up. I'm not looking to circle towards his power as much. I'm trying to regroup in this. I want to pick my shots a little bit better. Maybe work some inside leg kicks to take away the power of Massey in that straight right hand.
There's some altercation there. We're not sure what happened. He went for a takedown. He stuffed it.
Well, Jonas not known for big takedowns, known to be good at defending takedowns, but not known as a very strong wrestler. But
Short time,
jiu-jitsu,
gentlemen.
you
Short
may not
time.
want to try that out with him.
No, and he's tall and lanky as well. But a lot of the fights I've seen Edward Massey fight in, he didn't really want to go to the ground. He's definitely more of a striker. He enjoys standing and throwing hands.
And once again, at the very, very end, Rubiano tried to close the distance, get the takedown. Massey shook it off with ease. So if I'm going into the corner of Rubiano, I guess I got some work to do and try to get him refocused. I'm going to tell Massey, keep doing what you're doing. What you're doing is working. Keep mixing in that low kick and the combinations. He's not throwing one-timers. He's throwing a straight followed up by a straight, a jab straight leg kick. He's mixing up the action. It's very tough to handle.
Well, it is, and he's switching his feet. So we're talking about circle and right and left, circle towards a power hand. Well, he switches so much, it's hard to tell what he's going to do. And Jonas, if I was in Jonas's corner, I would be pressing the action against the cage to stop the momentum of Massey and to close that distance and try to get him to the ground.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Drew. Okay, round 2, you ready? You ready? Come on, let's fight.
All right, here we go. We're going to see if they're going to continue feeling each other out. I think Jonas should press against the cage. What do you think, Chuck?
I just think he's having too hard of a time. He doesn't have the wrestling ability to do that, so he has to fight his way in with strikes, and that's going to be very hard to do with Massey because he's utilizing that jab very well. You can see now he's working those low kicks, but it's tit for tat. Massey's throwing back leg kicks right in return to Rubiano. Good inside leg kick.
Oh, that was a nice catch by Jonas. He got inside.
Oh, he got hit though. They both rocked each other. Massey's rocked.
Oh, here we go. Massey's
Rubiano's pouring it on.
Closing. He's going to finish it. He's going to finish
it.
It's
over. Jonas Rubiano with the big stoppage of Edward Massey.
That was great. And you see how fast the action could change just like that.
Wow. What a victory for Jonas.
Sir.
Man, I can't wait for the replay of this. Jonas seemingly just being outstruck the whole time and then takes over the fight. Maturity showing in Rubiano. He knew he hit him and he knew he hurt him.
And it started with him catching the leg and sweeping the leg outside.
Exactly, exactly. He listened to his corners very well. They set that up, they timed it appropriately. That wasn't accident or coincidence, Rich. They set that up. Here we go, we're ready for the replay. Watch this setup, very nice by Jonas.
Edward throws this left kick and Jonas catches it, swipes it to the side, and he attacks right after. That's what you have to do, look.
Perfectly timed.
Right hand, here he comes, he's going inside. And there he goes, he hit him with that right hand and then he just smelt blood and he just kept going after him.
Well, you definitely asked, and there he's rocked right there, and you can tell that smelling the blood in the water, man. Be the shark. When you know you got your opponent hurt and he's wilting, take advantage. And Rubiano wasted no time. That's the difference sometimes between champions and challengers, Rich.
I completely agree with you, Chuck.
Great fight by Jonas. He really showcased some abilities there. I think we're ready for the official announcement with Dan Bogan.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end came at 37 seconds of round 2, 34 seconds of round 2. My mistake, my correction. 34 seconds, round 2. Your winner, TKO by strikes out of the red corner, Jonas Flip Mode Rubiano.
Go see that doc again, please, sir.
Jonas, it's almost like you just went into flip mode.
Yeah, hey, that's the name, man. I want to say thank you to everybody at Stout Trade Pittsburgh, Heads of Gracie Pittsburgh. Hey, I fight southpaws. I fight Mike Wilkins, man. He's a stud, so I'm used to them southpaws. Hey, shout out to Jeremy Hill, man. That's my brother. His puppy died, so hey, man, my bad, yo. I love you, bro.
Mike Wilkins, I've heard that name somewhere before. Is the Wilkins Army here by any chance tonight, too? We always like having Mike here. What is next for Flip Mode?
Hey, right back in, whatever you guys want. Flip Mode, baby.
We thank you for being with us. Congratulations, Team Henso Gracie Style Training Pittsburgh. It's Jonas Flip Mode Rubiano. Some more of the people we want to thank tonight. Olson Chiropractic has come aboard and we welcome them with open arms. We want to thank Olson Chiropractic. You need adjusted, go to Olson Chiropractic. J&D Waterproofing, Stiller Motorsports, you've been with us for a while. We always are appreciative of having you back. Ladies and gentlemen, do not forget, at the concession stands out there, Little Bruiser Fight Gear. They've got a t-shirt, $18, 2 for $30. They've got
if you can, we want to get you folks involved with the crowd. Hit us at hashtag GOTC20. Let us know what you're thinking about tonight with the fight. We love to hear your response and what you're thinking right now. That wraps up our amateur bouts for the evening. Now, after a short break, we're going to go to the professionals. So let's take a quick break from our sponsors, and we'll be back with professional action at GOTC 20.